and I'm Joshua, and I replaced Moses.
The Lord told Joshua to go to Jericho and to march 7 times around. He followed safely and obeyed the Lord's command, and the walls came tumbling down. Then the walls, mighty walls came tumbling down. Joshua marched 7 times around. Then the walls came tumbling down, and the walls came tumbling down. If you will trust in the power of the blood, and you hope to wear a crown, just follow safely and obey the Lord's command. Walls of doubt will tumble down. Then the mighty walls came tumbling down. Joshua marched 7 times around. Then the mighty walls came tumbling down, and the walls came tumbling down, and the walls came tumbling down, down, down.
Now it is. Hello, how are you? Hey, William.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Top of the morning to you.
Top of the morning to you.
Bottom of the evening to you. Good morning, sir.
Our chauffeur.
How are we doing? 'Tis a nice day indeed.
If I was any finer, I'd be twins.
You're any finer, you'd be slim.
Twins.
Twins.
Oh, twins.
Twins.
Slim twins. You little grown-up leprechaun, you.
This thing will go up to 3 hours, so beware.
Beware.
That'll be on. They'll be snoring on the plane.
Yeah, little leprechauns on patrol.
So what do you listen to, Steve?
Take a picture.
I'd ask one he's taking a picture of.
He's keeping a journal about his trip. He's going to write a book about it. Yeah, I see right now.
What we have here is a man digging in his suitcase.
I can see right now I need to get me suitcases with wheels on them. I gotta get modern. I'm behind the times carrying around my old pasteboard hard suitcases with Formica siding on them.
Better than public structure bag.
Yeah, because you gotta use plastic nowadays. You can't get paper anymore. Take a bite out of that when I wasn't looking. Should have seen him flirting with the Oriental girl in the rubber problem.
Wish I could turn my flash off on the camera, because that way I can take my pictures while signing off.
Hello, William.
Hello, Dad.
How are we doing today?
Mighty fine.
Here we are at Atlanta International Airport, anxiously awaiting our flight when they don't even have an airplane here for us yet.
They're bringing in a private jet.
They're working on it though.
Bringing in a private jet.
Oh, bringing in a private one. Very good.
Yeah, a couple other spots too. Right? Didn't even show up.
More spit.
Hello, Stephen.
Hello, how are you?
Good.
That's good. Hello, William.
Hello, Barrett. Half empty, that describes something.
Halfway there. Mm-hmm. Well, not really.
Not even about a third. A third of the nerd.
Where'd Dad go?
He's over there at the window. Here we are in Pittsburgh.
PA for Matthew.
Mm-hmm.
How you doing, Bill?
Video.
I don't know, look out that way. Watch it. Watch it. Here comes that spy. It says William McCollum.
International
Dinner.
spy.
Dinner and then snack for brunch.
What's that? You got on the thing?
Oh, it's my ID card.
What?
School.
An ID card you want to do this for? What do you use it for?
Nothing. Don't ask me.
Don't know, Mom. Yeah.
Yes, we're still waiting.
We're gonna have a very boring video.
Hello, Bill.
Nice man. They have one up there. Someplace they can.
I'd like to begin general boarding, ladies and gentlemen. Flight 782 service to Frankfurt, starting from the rear of the aircraft. We'll begin boarding. Rows 25 through 36.
Alright, how are you? It's just seeing the sunrise.
Morning, William.
Hey, what do you think you're doing? Just because it's 12:15 in the morning.
And they look bright-eyed and peachy-tailed. They don't look bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. 12:15 in the morning. And the in-flight movie was worse than one could ever imagine. Tell them you're tourists. I think we'd have to tell them that, Steve. Yeah, that means they'd be like, please. else, would you?
Here we are.
Thank you.
Friday, March 23rd, I think.
Mother's Day Sunday. Yes.
Is it Mother's Day on Sunday?
Yep.
I'll have to call Linnea.
Irish Mother's Day. Really now.
These are what we'll be giving out soon. Andrew,
What?
you're on camera. You want to say anything?
Hey!
Pretty homes around.
Oh yeah. Right, this 3-hour battery on here is deadly though. Oh, that's just heavy.
3-hour battery?
Yeah. I bought it extra.
And left this Irish nation by Tantanana, right unto the northern Andy. The night before I went away, I spent it with my darling. From 3 o'clock in the afternoon till the break of day next morning. But when we were going to part, we linked in each other's arms.
flowers, yeah.
Good looking dirt.
Oh yeah. I'm sure you'd like to take some with you.
Last night I slept on board. I dreamt about my Nancy. I dreamt I held her in my arms, and well she pleased my fancy. But when I woke out of my dreams, I found my bosom empty. You may be sure and very sure that I
the students up there in Springfield?
I didn't even notice.
Were they lined up outside?
I didn't see it.
Right unto the noble land.
Oh, college. Like, I was sitting in the parking lot. That's all. Seems like a pretty nice neighborhood.
This is more well-to-do area.
We were both stout and healthy. We dropped no anchor in the bay, going down to fill the
Christmas trees.
So let every last thing.
You know what I was doing for 2 days when I first got here?
Yeah, we're different.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, we'll take you next Sunday.
You guys gonna be too busy for
Thursday night. Hello, William.
Hello.
Hello, Linnea. How you doing, Linnea? Happy Mother's Day, Linnea. Hey, Linnea, when Billy gets home, today is Mother's Day in Ireland, so you need a present when he gets home.
Hey, and aren't you showing this footage to Grandma?
Yes.
Oh, ruh-roh.
I'm going to send all my clothes to your house. You have to wash.
You like doing laundry? He was doing that this morning. I do all the laundry at our house. All the backwards.
Can you come to our house this week?
One of them has vermin.
Macedonian people. Must be Michael. We will do everything that we can in order to protect. This is Michael.
At home, representatives of the tourist industry in County Louth are to meet the Tourism Minister Jim McDade in Carlingford later this afternoon. They're seeking his support because the impact that foot and mouth disease is having on their business is so
Oh, stop eating.
Yeah, I'm set for the day myself. I love this 3-hour battery, but it does get heavy.
What's that?
This 3-hour battery, it's great, but it gets heavy.
Is that real time?
What's that?
3-hour filming you can do with it?
Yeah.
Spells and scattered showers. Temperatures will range between 8 and 11 degrees Celsius. That's it for now. We'll have more news on Lyric at 3:30.
Des Kyo's World Requests in association with Barry's Classic Blend Tea. A world-class
was had sent over CDs and tapes from Lifegate. They're on my desk. I need to look at them and have you sell them. You want to do that?
Oh, look what I found.
What's that?
Man, is that okay? Or? On my desk. Well, I don't know what they sent over. They're sending them good ones. We need to order some. So.
It's the CDs that you use in the church, or
just
for
trying to get good Christian music in the
Yeah. How hard is it to come by around here?
Very hard.
That's what I figured. So could I be safe in saying there's not many Christian bookstores around?
Well, there are Christian bookstores.
Okay.
But they're not very good.
Oh, that's what I meant. Any good Christian bookstores? What are they, like on the charismatic side, or?
Yeah, some of them are. They're just, most of them would be charismatic side.
Yeah.
There's even in America now. There are good bookstores.
Good Christian bookstores, hard to find even there.
What do you have to get at the store, Diane? That's it? His phone shut off or something.
What are you doing? Videotaping the trees now.
Yep. Out of the mouth of babes.
What's grandma gonna say?
Nap time?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think so. Just like you.
Well, you feel that some of the pressure's off of you, things you needed to do by today?
Yeah.
That's good.
It's
I
always
know-
pressure when you have a group over, though.
Yeah.
The pressure won't leave until you guys leave.
I'm sure.
I'm not saying it in a bad way.
Yeah, I know what you mean, though.
Because it takes you kind of out of your normal
Yeah.
stuff that you have to be doing. But still, I have to do 2 Bible studies this week, personal Bible studies. Clown wants to meet with me.
He does?
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
As
He
far as
said
like a
that to you?
disciple,
Huh?
as a disciple type meeting, oh, that's good.
Oh, I can't get it.
Now, how long did you say he's been saved?
Since October.
That's what I thought.
Slow down.
Act childish, will you?
Must have been American.
Irish or kind of like that.
Yeah.
Some ways are good about the traffic, other ways, I mean, if the light turns green and you haven't moved, they right on the horn. I mean, split second of turns.
Stuff like this. I wish this thing had that anti-shock, whatever it is. Unfortunately, it doesn't. But I can't complain too much. It was a Christmas gift.
I think your family is enjoying it, aren't they?
Oh, they are. Stephen is too, even with the discussions.
Yeah.
Think it was too hard on him?
Oh, no.
He's mixing a lot of,
Yeah.
a lot of what he's thinking there. It really interferes with several doctrines.
It does. And plus,
Deals with standing, your justification
Right.
versus your sanctification.
right.
Not mentioning this salvation in itself.
Yeah.
There's a new skater.
Oh, yeah. I think her being held up by her parents sort of gave it away.
Hello, is Deneen there? Speak to her, please.
Just ask her what we were talking about. I was supposed to go to the store. I said I was going to stop.
Happy Mother's Day to you. Happy Mother's Day. Your mom wants to talk to you.
I told you what to ask. Hello? We're talking about picking something up at the store.
Videotape?
You watch the video. He wants to watch.
No, he wants the video.
All you gotta do is look through it.
Don't you have a side thing?
Nope. I got one of the old ones.
Well, that's a small one.
Can you see though?
Yeah. Ooh, cool.
It's not like my nephew. Cool. That's the one phrase Stephen's been saying the whole trip. This is so cool.
So cool.
So how you like having company at your house, Andrew?
Fine. Fine. Gosh. Down there. And where's his house? Fine. You get it. I can't. Turn it up. Wow. That's What are you doing? Are we going to have church?
Hey.
Are we going to have church again?
Yeah.
No, we're going to have church again today, again.
Tonight.
Today.
Well.
What?
No.
But we're heading to
Hey, buddy.
Spanish dance. From the Rene, like the short man, man around the fire. That's what. It's Chrysler. Again, many thanks to Jerry Murray for the slide over. So well. He's on the traveling through the northern part of the and of course, many thanks to the team in Limerick as well. And Joan was very, very busy on the phone today. Many thanks to you all for all your phone calls, and I hope I do almost everyone. I've read to the end that called us to say Happy Mother's Day to his wife Irish, Mother Kitty Kinsella, Mother-in-law Sheila Quirk, and daughter Suzanne. And Happy Mother's Day to Anne-Marie Allen in Blackrock, Dublin, with lots of love from Hillary. So we're going to have now Hungarian March from the Damnation of Faust by Ready.
Get the car, because
the haves and the have-nots. The haves are over the south side, they came to where the affluent. Everything was bigger and better on the south side, so I do believe. And those the poor neighbours live back here on the north side. Now apparently the only reason that I ladies to the south side would come out with a man from the north side is to get our handbag back. And say some terrible things. We're now on Delia Street. Directly ahead of us, to the left as we pass your lights, is Trinity College. The foundation stone in Trinity was laid on 13th of March 1592. Ireland. Directly ahead of us is Dublin's Premier Shopping Street, Grafton Street. Stop number 3.
Must be phone a friend or something. It's a fun time with me.
Talk about a woman behind her back.
This is
To
where
talk
we
about
handed
as
all
approach from the
of
opposite
our
direction.
tracks last time. Right there on that corner.
Really?
Yeah.
The one bill, had a good place to go.
That's one of the good places.
We're now on the Saw Street. The Saw Street is famous for all its arts and craft stores.
So I guess you had about 7
On
hours.
the right hand side, the House of Ireland. Lovely suits and woolen
What time
jumpers.
do you guys gotta
An
be back?
absolutely beautiful selection of crystal in there.
We don't have any schedule today.
It is every
I
craft
gotta be
place
back
dream. Run a shop up here along the Saw
to the
Street.
pastors about 5
Also,
o'clock if I want to
BMC,
eat with them.
the Kilkenny Design
We're
Shop,
doing the Deaf Club tonight.
the Blarney Woolen
You know
Mills,
where the name of the place is?
my
where the
favourite
Ryans
shop on the
live?
street.
Where what?
On our right
Where
hand
the
side,
Ryans live?
The Ryan?
knobs
Yeah,
and
Steve.
knockers.
The youth factory.
Don't know who right for that.
I know roughly, but couldn't tell you how.
If you are going to be
Couldn't tell
shopping
you how to
around
get
here,
there.
the Kilkenny shop on our right hand side has a fine restaurant
How
on
to
the
get back
second
to the-
floor.
That's
And it's
what we
very,
got to
very
come down.
reasonably
I would assume the
priced.
same thing, yeah.
Oh, you're allowed to talk. This we
On our
got.
left hand side, the playing fields of Trinity College.
There you go, Barry.
There's nothing going on today. Some of the sports that we do see the students partaking in those fields: tennis, soccer, hockey, cricket, or rugby. Trinity College has one of the oldest rugby teams in Ireland, though it does not grant them any great status. They are currently somewhere down the bottom of Division 3. I've seen them playing on a few occasions. If we had a Division 4, they'd be somewhere down the bottom of that. They are particularly bad. We're now on Clare Street, front to the right, Green's Bookshop, Dublin's oldest family-run business. The same family, the Pembrys, have run the bookshop since the year 1841. At the present time, the father and son both work here. Right down to the left of the junction, the American College in Dublin. The address here is number 1 Merrion Square. It is the childhood home of Oscar Wilde. Oscar Wilde, comic playwright wit, master of the one-liners. On entering New York Harbour, he said to the customs official, "I have nothing to declare but my genius." How true he was. I can resist anything but temptation. So Oscar. As we turn right, if you look into the park on the left, you'll catch a glimpse of the monument that's dedicated to Oscar in the park on the left. And that's known as the Choir in the Square. It says a lot about Oscar. One of his more famous lines: "You never leave your friends behind." Stop number 4 is for the National Art Gallery, Leinster House, and the Natural Museum. Stop number 4. We're leaving stop number 4. All I want is a room somewhere far away from the cold night air, with one enormous chair. Oh, wouldn't it be lovely? It would be. And the song comes from My Fair Lady. My Fair Lady was adapted from a play Pygmalion by George Bernard Shaw. George Bernard Shaw spent much of his youth in the National Gallery of Ireland, which is now on our right-hand side. And when he passed away, he left 1/3 of his estate to the National Gallery, and this included the royalties to My Fair Lady. From these royalties, they bought around the paintings which are on display inside the gallery. They've works from all the major art schools in Europe: Italy, Holland, France and Spain. There's also some paintings here from Hugh Lane's own personal collection. Again to our right is Leinster House. Built to the design of Richard Cassells in 1745, this is the original townhouse of the Dukes of Leinster, the Earls of Kildare. But after the 1921 War of Independence, this building became home to the Irish Parliament. The Parliament consists of two houses: the upper house, the Shannon, or the Senate, and the lower house, the Dáil, which is the Gaelic word for assembly. But the Dáil is in session today, and we know that because the tricolour is flying from the top of the building. We have a very, very corrupt government here in Ireland. Who doesn't? But we definitely do. At the present time, there are 3 tribunals taking place, checking into irregular structure. The large white building to the right is government buildings, the same architect here as Buckingham Palace. You may notice some similarities. Government buildings is home to An Taoiseach. An Taoiseach is a Gaelic term, and it means the leader or the chief, and our chief at the moment is Bertie Ahern, TD. Teflon, Bertie. The Bertie's in up to his neck. He's been in front of the church right beyond in. I lived in a house, a commemorative plaque is placed there. Now, a commemorative plaque for the Duke of Wellington has only been placed there on that building for a month ago. He wasn't very popular in this country, the Duke of Wellington. He's a very strong opponent to Catholic emancipation, which eventually did have a grant to Daniel O'Connell in 1829. As you pass through this junction, if you look to the right, you see possibly the most famous public house in Dublin, O'Donoghue's. Live Irish music here in O'Donoghue's every night of the week. We're now on Eli Place, and we're turning right onto Hume Street. Hume Street is named after Gustavus Hume, a famous eye surgeon here in Dublin in the mid-18th century. All the houses here, and St. Stephen's Green, which are about to turn onto, are all Georgian houses. The Georgian period was 1714 up until 1830, the reign of the 4 King Georges in England. There are some outstanding characteristics on the Georgian house. If you look at the fan lights down above all the doors, in Georgian times these were all individual to each house. In those days you did not need a number on your door. You knew your house and the fan light which was above the door. The windows in the Georgian house, as they go up the building, they get smaller. This apparently was to create an illusion of height, and also because glass was very expensive in Georgian times. The servants' quarters were way up on top, little small windows, nice and warm but no light. Directly ahead of us in the corner, the flag flying from the roof, the Canadian Embassy. Run down to our left, the white building with the columns outside is Ivy House. This was owned by the Guinness family, and in the year 1860 they gave it to the Irish government. This building is now home to the Minister for Foreign Affairs. And further on down the left-hand side, the small little red brick building is University Church. A beautiful, great little church. But if you wanted to get married in here, there's over a 2.5-year waiting list. Now some might say 2.5 years to think about it. Should be compulsory anyway. Oscar Wilde once said of University Church, to get married in there would be grand. To get divorced, 50 grand. The park here on our right hand side was laid out in 1776 and was then a private park. Residents, the Lord Mayor has looked on the finer things. Swiss College is now home to the groundskeeper of St. Stephen's Green. It is the most sought after position in Dublin Corporation, that the house comes with the job. From to the left, the building with the statues on top, the black and gold railings, the Royal College of Surgeons, was one of the outposts for the rebels during the 1916 uprising. If you look closely at the building, you'd see bullet holes there from that time.
Bullet hole.
And further on down the left-hand side, traditional Irish restaurants. Planet Hollywood. 01 is for the year, D is for Dublin, and 1 is for the first citizen. You can see the way it's parked, blocking an entrance, that we have a lady lord there. Actually, it's a bloke. Just like saying that. The coat of arms above the door, the 3 castles represent Dublin's castles. The Latin inscription underneath translated, "Happy is the city whose citizens obey." It was put there more in hope than anything else. The building is where the Irish Parliament sat for the first time in 1919 and is known more commonly in Dublin as the Mansion House. St Anne's Church to the right, where Bram Stoker was married, the creator of Count Dracula. With all accounts,
got a great bookstore.
a right pain in the neck.
I got a great bookstore in that church.
Turn it on.
Yeah.
Directly ahead of us at the end of the street,
Count Dracula.
the Douglas Hyde Art Gallery. It is an annex of Trinity College. It is a gallery of modern art, and it is named after Douglas Hyde. Douglas Hyde was Ireland's first president. He's commemorated on the front of the Irish £50 note. The House of Ireland is here on the left-hand side, an absolutely beautiful selection of crystal in there. Then it's right back down onto... Now, Molly herself by day was a fishmonger. We know that. And she died of a fever. We know that as well. But at night time, well, let's just say that she was celibate. She'd celibate here, and she'd celibate there. You know what I mean?
Straight up here, so there's a tour for the castle. It is indeed chilly. How you doing, Steve? They had all the fights.
Yeah.
We lost.
The notion of stuff, but I might guess the notice of board over to the other place.
Here we are at Dublin Castle.
Where are we, Bill?
Dublin Castle.
The 3 of us?
The 3 of us. As I said that to myself. There's a good looking Irishman with a camera.
Connolly executed. But James Connolly was brought here and kept in this room for 5 days because he had been shot in the leg, and it didn't look good to have one of our heroes being executed lying down like this on a stretcher. So that we're trying to make him well enough to go to his execution, which is a little ironic. But in the end, he had to be taken from here by ambulance, and he was tied into a chair and shot before the firing squad at Kilmainham Jail. And the plaques on either side of the mirror just commemorate that event. Now, all the rooms we're about to walk through now in this corridor were all royal bedrooms at one time, where the kings and queens of England used to stay when they came here to visit the viceroys. You won't see bedrooms at the castle today because we don't keep dignitaries overnight anymore. So what you'll see in these rooms is just furniture from different centuries from all around the castle. Now, I'm going to tell you briefly what's in these rooms because there are much bigger rooms on the other side of the castle that I'll get a chance to tell you the history of. So right next door to us there are some really nice Louis XIV tapestry chairs, very rare and very valuable. And on the other side of this wall there's a huge painting of a lady dressed in silk. It was painted by Anton van Dyck in 1640. The room after that then, we'll pass by a really large mahogany table, and it was around that table that the beginning of the Northern Ireland peace talks took place, with Bill Clinton and Tony Blair and, you know, Margaret Thatcher, George Mitchell. I was thinking of the people who came in here by helicopter. So they set down the agenda for the talks in that room before they moved them up to the north of Ireland. So it's quite a historic room. Then there's a smaller room just before we go out onto the state corridor, taken here by Queen Victoria, and she stayed here during the height of the famine in Ireland, 1849. And you'll see a very unusual table in that room. It's all hand inlaid, made by a prisoner during the famine years, and it was given to Victoria as a gift by the governor of the prison, but she hated it. That's why we still have it. She thought it had something to do with satanic worship. This funny little devils carved out in the wood. Now have a look at the ceilings on the way down as well, because they're rather nice. There's two lovely ceilings down there done by an Italian stucador in the 1750s. Very delicate ornamental plasterwork. If you're from Italy, you wouldn't be the least bit impressed, but we like them. So also, these gardens out here. Now that garden, circular garden, is where Dublin City got its name from. In medieval times, that was a dark pool of water, coming from the River Poddle, which used to drag all the loose mud and turf down the mountain with it. So the Irish words for dark pool are Dublin. So that was called the Dublin. So Dublin's called after a big mucky pool of water. But so is Mississippi. Yeah. And Kuala Lumpur and places like that. So that's a garden. So it's not very pleasant out there today, but it is open to the public, and it does serve as a helicopter landing pad as well for important guests like Bill Clinton and Tony Blair, you know, people we have to mind really well.
Not more.
No. It's you think of it out from a different angle when you go out here. Could be that. the 17 and 1800s, this was a cold and dark and dreary place, you know. You can imagine. They had to keep fires lighting out here. Candles burned around the walls. These gilded archways were the work of one of the city architects in 1750. And the concealed lighting in Waterford crystal are a more recent addition. The Donegal carpets, put in these carpets in the 1960s to brighten up the hallway, make it nice and cheerful. So it is starting to look like Versailles now. Lots of French influence in Ireland and England in the 18th century. But you don't get to walk on the carpets in all these other castles and palaces. These are 100% pure wool, and they need to be walked on to get the oxygen down to the bottom layers. So, you know, when there's ropes across the carpets and you're not allowed to walk on them, it's because they're not as good as ours. Cheap Persian robes, you know. Cheap Persians. Okay, we're going ahead here to the drawing room. Now, any of the ladies who were not asked to dance for the evening were called wallflowers. So this room was set aside for them. And they could come in here and they'd sit around the chairs there and talk to all the wallflowers. That's the way it was. Now, this furniture is restored, Louis XV. The paintings are from the National Art Gallery and the Hugh Lane Gallery. The chandeliers are Waterford crystal, teardrop, 18th century style. That's what you ask for now if you want to buy these to bring home. Teardrop, 18th century. The centerpiece there is a Chinese wedding bowl made in China for Europe in the late 18th century, and it was used to serve punch out of. Now you'll notice in these north-facing rooms in the castle that they're full of mirrors. You know, it's not, they weren't for brushing your hair or putting on makeup there for maximum light reflection. There's a mirror between each of the windows all the way down there. And facing these ones, you know, to make it nice and bright. Because lit by candlelight and gaslight, it was quite a different atmosphere in the building altogether. So all the rooms we're going into from now on are constantly in use. They're used 3 or 4 evenings a week for various departments of the government and corporate functions of one sort or another. So it's, you know, well. The kings and queens of England didn't come here to the castle too often. You know, they didn't need to. The viceroy was...
How you doing, Bear?
Good. Three. Now this room is, it was all, spectators came in here and the dancers came in through those doors. Now really the only thing different in this room now was the carpet. The carpet was only put in here to protect the oak floor underneath. Now, this is the base of the old tower built by King John in 1204. Now this would have been the same, the Isle of Man and trade and the Viking. Now, where we are now, this is the original back entrance into the old castle of the 1200s. This is the back wall. What you're standing on there was the moat. The water was really deep there, 20 metres deep, 26 metres wide. That brickwork was not there. So the boats came in from the Liffey into the moat, stopped at these steps and delivered their goods up there. Now, these steps are high and narrow for defence purposes. Any enemies climbing up here would be pushed down into the water below, like the Braveheart films, where they were all sent flying back down the steps. It would be difficult to get up here in a suit of armour anyway, you know, and a sword, you get stuck halfway up. All this rock was dug out of the bedrock of the moat in the late 1100s and used to build the back wall. And it was down here in the moat that the archaeologists found over 100,000 Viking artefacts.
That's the main reason why I just brought books to read for the most part.
You can even see the mountains.
Oh yeah. I'll say it's usually the last day that's the best, weather-wise. Hope that's not the case for you guys.
Yeah.
I hope you get plenty. Be praying you get plenty of sunshine.
I need it, I tell you.
You guys need it more than I do.
This cold and stuff that's just hung on for the last weeks.
If the weather's been like it has been the last couple of days for even longer, I can see why it's hard to get rid of a cold.
That's what it's like all winter. So.
Yeah.
See why we want sunshine.
Yeah.
More.
Oh yeah.
Just absorb that stuff. Boy, it makes a difference.
That it does.
Picks your spirits right up.
Yeah. So you'll come back from Spain all set to take on another winter, right?
Yeah, I think so. good thing another winter is a long ways away.
I hear that.
That would be a really good break. We need it. Just need some time off. Yeah, that nun and that Lebanese fellow over there seemed pretty.
I thought they were an item before they said they took the vow. It looks like she might be enough to make him break his vow. Which, if they do it the right way, biblically speaking, it won't be a bad thing.
Yeah.
Catholic speaking, it could be devastating. Just the way they acted like what a guy and girl acts like when they're first starting a date in the U.S.
Yes.
Nice trio though.
Yeah. Lebanese fellow looked like he came from a wealthy background.
He did. Well, this is one of the areas we looked the other day, isn't it? With the Bibles.
Oh, yeah.
So I thought the houses looked familiar. But then again, in some cases, they all look about the same.
Sure is.
I just happen to remember that name, Ballantyre.
Ballantyre.
I was watching the news this morning and it's just flipping the channels to see on the trying to find a different news station. Come across this kids program that had an interpreter for the deaf in it.
Really?
Yeah. So I hollered at Ricky and Sally, and they came and said, "Well, we don't understand anything he's saying."
Really?
Come to find out, it was BBC English.
Oh, it was British.
It was British Sign Language.
Oh, yeah.
But it was just enough to even throw them off that much more.
Oh. That's really funny that they just didn't have a universal sign language.
Yeah, especially here in this.
Yeah, in Europe.
In Ireland, I mean, like in Ireland, Scotland, and England. I mean, I can see going from like this area to France or Spain or something. But that's like going from the DC to Tennessee and having totally different sign languages.
Very strange.
Because land mass-wise, it's not a very big area compared to the U.S. Yeah, I'm thinking of what Father Tom was saying last night. The figures he gave was about right. I was figuring about 2,000 deaf and
Profoundly deaf.
2,000 deaf in the Dublin area.
No, that's not what he was saying, though.
Well, he said he was figuring 1 in 1,000 people.
Yeah.
With 2 million people, a rough estimate would be about 2,000.
Yeah, but that's not what he said, though. That didn't make... Because he said there was 2,000 profoundly deaf people.
Right.
And then they have 20,000 on their rolls.
Right.
Right?
Oh, right. But like you said, as far as the profoundly deaf, and then there's probably guys like Wayne.
Yes.
Who can get by in the hearing world.
Funny thing is, you know, if they, not all of them would be on their rolls.
Right. So there could be a lot more.
Right.
So that's why I said there's at least 2,000.